Welcome to the BVTV Network, coming to you from the UK studios of BizVision. I'm your host, Malcolm Gallagher. Now, this is episode 3 in the Mindfulness and Mysticism Trilogy with expert and author Ora Nadrich. Hello for the final time, Ora.
Hello, Malcolm.
Hey, this is not going to be the final time because I'm going to have to come back and consult you further on the book as I get deeper into its brilliantness. It's modular, and I don't say that to all authors, by the way. I don't want viewers and listeners to think that mindfulness is a temporary fix to a problem of today, though. I know it can be truly transformational, but as ever, we are only human. So perhaps a reward or incentive for committed mindfulness may be appropriate. Can you kindly tell us how to open ourselves to creative inspiration and a sustainable higher level of consciousness?
You know, Malcolm, when we really consciously make an effort to be more present in our life, the rewards are endless. What I say about mindfulness is the gift that keeps on giving. But you have to start with being somebody who desires to be more present in your life, especially if you're a busy person. Now, we know that we're all pretty busy, and the world is only going to get busier as we see that happening very quickly. So what I suggest is to be cognizant of when you're about to slip out of a moment, when your mind starts to wander. Do you know, there's a research out of Harvard that says the mind wanders almost 50% of the time. So where does it go? It's either, as I said, anticipating the future, which isn't here yet, or it's lamenting the past, which is gone. And where we have the hardest time being is in the present moment. So what I really ask your listeners to do is to begin to be aware of when you're not 100% present. When someone's talking to you and you're not really fully listening, you're maybe thinking about what you're going to do an hour from now, or you're thinking about what happened an hour ago. Do you know, that type of awareness will only heighten your awareness even more. And even to ask ourselves simple questions like, am I in this moment fully right now? Am I showing up in this moment fully present? Am I distracted? Am I really not giving this person my undivided attention? Am I still stuck in something that happened in the past? Those are the types of awareness and questions and inquiry that we can have that begin this process of implementing mindfulness as a daily practice. And by the way, I'll add to that, mindfulness is a quality that is inherent in each of us. We don't have to go finding it. We just need to utilize it. And the more we use it, the more benefits we experience in our life.
Yeah. I just thinking there again, as you're talking, it is so easy these days with things like what you and I are doing at the moment, Zoom, to tune out, isn't it? To ask you a question, for example, and then go and read the book or do something else, and let you talk on. I found that the more that I listen to people like you, the authors, my guests and everything, the more obviously I learn, but the more I also become absorbed in it, because it is easy. It is easy, and many people do it. I've watched them and I've seen them and everything, think, well, I'm there, but I'm not there. I've signed in, but I haven't signed in. Yeah.
I say, show up in the moments of your life fully, so that you can really experience them fully. If you don't show up fully, you can't really have a full experience, if you will. You might have half of an experience. It just might not be as robust, and it might not be as exciting, and it might not be as fulfilling or meaningful to you. So what you give to the moment is what you get out of the moment.
Yeah. I always remember my eldest daughter got a refund on her university fees because they admitted their teaching wasn't up to quality, because a number of the lecturers would just go in and read from notes. And as she said, I could have done that myself. So that lecturer was not present, not with the people, were they? You've got to be with people, haven't you? You've got to be on their empathy, on their wavelength.
Absolutely. You don't want to phone it in, or you don't want to do it by rote. Yes, there can be things like rote teaching, and rote learning. But what kind of experience is that really? And we must be mindful, Malcolm, not to acquiesce to those types of behaviors. Then we settle for mediocrity. Do you know? And I even put that up in Mindfulness and Mysticism about living an ordinary life. And I say ordinary in a way that, do we accept the mundane? Do we accept mediocrity as our benchmark? Do we allow that to be enough for us? I mean, the story about your daughter is a perfect example of not accepting mediocrity and wanting more, and we deserve more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think there's so many lessons within your book. If you want to learn, and that's the bit. That's the bit there. You know, people can read the book and say, oh, yes, I've done that. But if you really want to learn. Now, for example, here at BizVision and BVTV, we have our Conscious Compass channel. We are very involved with conscious leadership, and we're saying that is the way forward. But if you're going to be a conscious leader, you've got to be in charge of your consciousness. And you know, it's not something that you can just go and watch a YouTube and all done. You're going to have to take the time to think. And this is where the value of the book lies. Now, thanks, Ora. Now, let me give viewers and listeners a last details of your URLs. Double ones for you, or a double ones, because it's double value in the book, you know. So first of all, as viewers and listeners, you can see both on the screen behind me, but listeners, let me help you. It's all the W's, Ora, O-R-A, Nadrich, which is spelled Nadrich, oranadrich.com. Ora's book, this one, I've been going on and on about, but I do believe very sincerely in its value if you're willing to take the time to let it absorb into you. It's called Mindfulness and Mysticism, Connecting Present Moment Awareness with Higher State of Consciousness, and is published by the Institute of Transformational Thinking, which is, as you can see behind me, IFTT.org. I've been so delighted to bring you this trilogy with Ora Nadrich. I know at the beginning I talked about the musical Stop the World, I Want to Get Off. Well, you can stop the world with Ora's guidance. You can rein in its impact on yourself, and you can become more grounded and, I believe, a truly conscious leader. Thanks, Ora, for a great trilogy.
Thank you so much, Malcolm.